a Saturday night, I'd get in at like, I don't know, 1 p.m. and I would start to make donuts. And by the time I'd get out and I'll deliver them and all this, like by the time I was done, it was like the next day at like 12. It was just ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Like, yeah, there was a time I did
Because
like...
you work, everything have to be fresh. There's no room for error or like...
Yeah, I don't know. It's very difficult.
It's full on.
Yeah. This guy, the legit donut daddy, everyone's sweetest daddy on the podcast. I can't believe it, man. This has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
I think and I actually am interested to know this as well. Why don't you just how would you describe it? Like, describe what you do to people, like to the layperson, someone that doesn't know you.
Yeah. I'll basically describe it as like, I call it sexy cooking now, you know? So I do cooking content online and just with a bit of a twist, you know, make it a bit sensual. Not all the time, but like that's how people know me now. So just basically super high quality, sexy cooking videos.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is what it is. That is what it is. You should check it out. If you want to get turned on and also look at some beautiful pastries getting made, go check this guy's page out.
And how did that idea come? Was it like a coincidence or what happened?
Yeah, so a few years. So I have a donut business, and I've had that it's been maybe like 6 or 7 years. But then we had the food truck before that as well. So that was like 8 or 9 years. So it's been almost close to 10 years doing like desserts and all this stuff. And early on, I got my name as the Donut Daddy. Like, I thought it was like a funny, cool name just to kind of put it online, friends and family. And then, so I was kind of online posting me making donuts or like with donuts, like trying to promote my businesses. And yeah, somewhere along the way, I like just Instagram eventually had Reels, and so you could do videos. And yeah, about 2 years ago, I think it's around 2 years ago, I decided I wanted to actually, you know, ramp up my content because I was just posting basically photos. I wasn't really into like doing videos properly. I didn't really know how to do it. So I got a camera and yeah, just like messing around a little bit. And yeah, it just so happened that I decided to, like actually the first videos was me it was kind of funny, joking around, talking a lot during the video. I think that was the first 1 or 2 videos. And they actually performed like okay compared to, you know, because I didn't have any followers, and they kind of performed okay. But then as soon as I kind of made it a bit over the top, like the style it is today, it just like instantly went viral. So I just stuck with that, and then it just very quickly I knew that, it was like controversial, you know, what I was doing, but
It's entirely unique.
yeah,
Yeah, no one else is doing it. So you caught the market.
yeah.
But with the like the first few posts that you did, and you were joking around and like whatever, was it like a little bit sexy? Did it involve like your body or anything like that? Or like where did that get introduced?
Well, so during COVID, I like really got into the gym. So during that time, I got massively into the gym, and so I started kind of posting more of like that kind of content, like gym, but then I was kind of infusing it with donuts. And this was before I was like trying to build
flexing with the donuts and stuff.
Yeah, just like, you know, like kind of comical stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it like started. And then those first cooking videos was me like talking, like, you know, joking around, but just wearing an apron, you know, with no that kind of style. So I guess that was kind of like in there, and I just, you know, because I just was working out a lot during that time, so I was just that was what I was into as well. So
and then it started.
and then I just started doing it like a little bit more over the top, but my videos were really bad at the start. Like,
of course,
they're
in terms of production, you mean?
Yeah, like because I didn't really know what I was doing, so it was very hard for me to have an idea and like execute it well. Whereas now that I've done it a whole heap, and you know, technology, and also technology is better as well. So it's like, and you got like, you know, ChatGPT to.
So do you film?
Yeah, I film and
Film now.
Yeah, and I've got
edit.
Yeah, well, I've got another guy that assists me, and a few other people that help out as well, you know, during like the cooking process. But for the most part, so I'll get like my guy to do the bulk edit and like chop it down, and then I'll go in and refine it, and you know, there might be parts missing to tell the type of story I want to tell in the video, or the type of open scene for the, you know, the main trend. Yeah.
And you learn to like use the camera and do video editing and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So that wasn't that wasn't originally like my main skills. My main skills was like running the hospitality business. But like, you know, as you get into it, you realize you have to just get good at content as well, because that's like 50% of your business kind of thing. So, but then it kind of became its own thing. The Donut Daddy became its own, you know, entity.
Its own beast.
Yeah, its own beast. And it, you know, and so that it kind of slowly, I never thought of it that way. I just thought of it as something I do for fun, online, just to kind of promote my businesses, but also, I don't know, just, you know, it's a bit funny to me. And yeah, I just really like making the videos. So I never thought of it like a business, like ever. It's only until like maybe 6 months ago that I started thinking, oh, maybe I could actually put more effort and time and start hiring into this thing.
Business.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was the turning point? What happened 6 months ago?
I just like, because I would always get like brand deals, offers, and it was actually probably about a year ago, but that I got offered to do like a book with a big publishing company, and so that's when I kind of thought, oh, you know, if I actually want to write the book, well, I need to hire some people to help me, so I can still do my my weekly content, but also get the book out, you know, get the recipes done and all this stuff. So that's when I decided that it's probably a good time to start hiring and start like taking it a little bit more seriously. And
in terms of business.
Yeah, in terms of business.
Well, the stuff you cook is really interesting.
Yeah.
Like, you're a good chef. Like, it's so beautiful. And like, I've tasted the donuts. They're really nice as well.
Yeah, thank you.
How did you get into cooking? Like, take me back to like growing up. Like, take me to
before donut,
before the daddy, before the, you know, like
playing Nintendo, man.
Yeah,
before the donut.
So it basically, so I didn't really know what I wanted to do like out of school, right? And so, but all my, you know, my dad's dad, everyone is an entrepreneur. So but I never thought of becoming an entrepreneur out of school. I never thought, oh, this is what I want to do. And then I was just working in restaurants when I was like 18, 19. And at some point I realized that I really liked the restaurant vibe, like everything about it. I really just thrived working, managing in restaurants, anything like. And so I decided that I wanted to be like a restaurant manager. So I think I was like 20 at the time. And then I decided, okay, I want to be a restaurant manager. And so I like tried to become a restaurant manager, like, which is like kind of a bit young to be a bit of like a restaurant manager. But so I did that. And then I ended up being a manager at like Grilled. If you know,
the burgers,
yeah.
Of course.
Our favorite sponsor us.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, I'm asking.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they should. I mean,
we love them.
They should sponsor me too. So I think, so I was working there for a few years as like a manager, and then I decided that I wanted to start my own thing. And so I started like a little food cart, me and a best mate.
You decided you wanted to start your own thing. How? Like, were you just sitting down and I'm like, you know what? What happened? What was the trigger?
Well, it actually happened around the time I wanted to be a restaurant manager, because I realized that I was very limited by what I could do, like how far I could go.
Yeah.
So I decided, okay, it's either I start my own thing or like, just keep working, keep doing this. And a part of me wanted to, like kind of level up, change, because I got good at it very quick. And then I was like, well, what's next? And then only next thing is basically, I mean, I could, get in the company and maybe that kind of style, but I decided to end up wanting to kind of start my own thing. But actually before that, I was doing like, I had like a little clothing brand.
Oh.
Yeah, so I did like a little clothing brand for maybe like, it was about 6 months or like
an e-com.
Yeah, it was like an e-com.
Oh, it was in that time where e-com was just popping,
Yeah, so like I put a Facebook, we're doing like Facebook posts or what, I don't know. It was like before Facebook was, I don't know, it was a weird time, but like I would put a Facebook post up and it actually would go kind of viral. And I'm like, this is really strange, but I wasn't very business minded, like very well. I was really young.
You were like 21-ish at that time?
When I did the clothing brand, I think I was about 19.
19, okay.
Yeah, and so I did that for a year, and then I think we ended up doing like $2,000 in like 2 years, or like something really not good. But it was kind of impressive considering it was just, I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Anyway, but I probably could have gone further with it, but I got into the hospitality thing. And so, so instead of going with that fashion brand, we decided to, I remember now actually. Yeah. So as I was working at Grilled as well, just before that, I was working for a guy who worked at the Queen Vic night markets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was working for this dude and he was selling like vegetarian food, vegetarian street food. And I thought to myself, it's actually kind of like, and I was counting how much he was kind of making at the end of the night, And I was like, there's a lot of money like coming in considering it's only like 5 hours of trade. And his setup was really like simple. And I'm thinking I could just build a cart with my mate and just try to get into the Queen Vic night market. And then we can make some money. That was kind of like the first plan. And then so we started thinking, what can we sell? What kind of food? And then we figured that we'd go down the dessert route more because like when I was younger, I used to really like desserts, like when I was a kid and stuff. So I was just thought, let's do some desserts. And we came up with like this little Danish donut type food truck. It's like a food cart, but we like built the whole thing like from scratch.
You and your friend.
Yeah, me and my mate. Yeah.
Now, what did you call that?
That's called Jammed. We still have it. It's a food truck.
I remember that you mentioned that with your friend that we also met in that thing.
Yeah, you might have met that guy as well, Anthony as well.
Yes, Anthony. Yeah, we
met
him.
The other Anthony.
The other Anthony. Yes.
There's another.
Shout out.
So that's So I started that with he's called his name's Anthony. He doesn't post content at the moment, but I'm gonna get him on the content, man. I'm gonna help him make his first.
Once he gets shredded and jacked, then he can spank some shit too.
Yeah, exactly. So I got to get him on that. But so that's kind of how it started. We built this cart, me and my mate, just from scratch, and we just started trying to sell these Danish donuts at events.
So did you get into Queen Vic?
We did finally, but it took us like 7 years.
Holy shit. What the
So the only goal was to get into Queen Vic, but then we ended up running that business, getting into every other event but Queen Vic, and then we finally got into Queen Vic. Yeah, literally like 7 years later.
Wow. Was it worth it?
Yeah, Queen Vic's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're in there. We just traded there for the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
So you're still there?
Yeah, we're there at the moment, just as a casual trader.
Sure.
With our truck. But
and just still selling Danish donut.
Yeah, Danish donuts there.
That's good, man. Would be a good business. You wouldn't have many overheads.
That's pretty good, to be honest. As long as you get into like a good event like that, that business is good, to be honest. Yeah, and so I got a business partner with that. It's actually another Anthony now.
No way.
Yeah, that I run that with now.
What's with Anthony?
That's so weird.
That's surprising.
He's even making a big deal out of it as well. He's like, it's actually just another Anthony.
I don't know, man. It's like universe, man. It attracts it, dude. So it's another Anthony running that with me. And
how did that Levain start?
Yeah, so that Levain started around that time. So at the beginning, we were doing just jammed, right? I was working at Grilled on the weekends. We'll do
jammed events.
Yeah, jammed events on the weekend, and we're starting to make some money. You know, starting to get.
And then you learn to make those donuts.
Yeah. So while we're doing that, we're doing that just out of my mom's garage, and then that time, yeah. So my mate, shout out to Big Mama. But yeah, no. At that time, we got
Donut Mama.
Yeah,
I had to drop it.
At that time, he started learning how to make the donuts in the garage, like proper artisanal donuts. And so my business partner at the time, he really wanted to like get into artisanal donuts, and I'm like, all right, let's do it, man, like whatever. And so we started to do that, and then we came up with the name Levain Doughnuts, and
that's your last name.
No, that's
Isn't
just
it?
no. It's just it actually means sourdough in French.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So because our donuts were sourdough donuts originally from so that was but then we realized it was very difficult to start to make when we started to expand.
Hard to scale.
Yeah, it was really hard to scale. So we ended up just making like proper artisanal donuts, but just using fresh yeast instead of sourdough. But yeah, we started making those, put up an Instagram, and just started. A lot of cafes just wanted us to stock them, and
But during like the donut kind of revolution at that time. So I remember when the donuts started really popping off. Yeah. For a bit, they had a good run.
Yes.
With like Bistro Morgan and shit like that.
And then all the chocolate on top, and the Snickers and masks and like
you guys are part of that wave.
Yeah. We were like I think we were the first, like there was, so the first one was Doughboys. Yeah. And then
they're still around, aren't they? Yeah.
They're still around.
Yeah.
He's still around. So Doughboys was like the first like artisanal donut. Everything before that wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, they were just the first ones. And it was around that time that we started a few years after him. He had a shop already, I think, at that time, but we were just getting started.
And then you got and then how soon after that did you get a brick and mortar store for Levain?
Yeah, so for Levain, basically straight away after that, we got, so we started getting lots of inquiries, and then my business partner was freaking out. He's like, we can't make this, you know, my mum's, he was like sleeping there and he was freaking out, and my mum was like, you guys have got to get out of here. And we're like, all right. And so we found like this, this real dodgy, like factory. And the guy's like, yeah, you can make your donuts here. Like, but it wasn't a proper kitchen. It was just a room. It was like one of those factory kitchens, you know, with the tiny sink.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, you guys can do whatever you want. I won't say anything. He's like, cheap rent. So this guy's real dodgy.
We know what that's like. Don't worry about it.
So we basically set up there, like, nothing legal about what we'll really like, because we didn't have any money. We started from nothing. We just wanted to make the donuts really good.
Yeah, because with the commercial kitchen, you got all those requirements. You need 2 sinks, 2 kitchens, blah, blah, blah.
It would have cost us like $200,000.
Yeah.
So we literally just had no money. So we basically just said, cool, let's do this with this guy, and started really slowly out of there. And then my business partner was like, oh, you know, like, what are we going to do? I just said, we'll just keep doing what we do. Jammed, bit of Levain here. But over time, I was like, oh, you know, Uber started. And I'm like, oh, we should just like get Uber. There's a dark kitchen Uber from here. Let's do that. And then as soon as we did that, it started people trying to get into this factory, and it was just getting out of control. So, and then he left, my business partner.
Oh,
Anthony.
Yeah, he left. And
he
but
bailed.
It was dark, man. We had to sleep in there because there was just so much to do. Like,
so many donuts to be made.
I don't know what, like.
How old are you at this point? How old are you now, actually? How old are you at
I'm
this point?
32.
Yeah.
At this point, I was like 22 or 23.
wow.
You'll do it at that age.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
rock it.
Yes.
Sleep in the factory. Fuck it.
Yeah. We didn't care. We're just eating. So he was eating a real, like, just migarang, and
Shout out migarang, man.
Shout out migarang.
And you know, look, it was, looking back, it was very like, I couldn't do it now, but yeah, I was working all the time,
Hustling.
very unstructured. Like, if I had actually just, you know,
let's be organized.
yeah,
Yeah.
But anyway, I secured a big client, and that's what kind of turned things around. So I secured a big client, and then I just started, and I was working all the time. So I just started getting like a decent amount of money, and I was like, well, I'm gonna just buy better equipment, so I don't have to do everything. Yeah, because I was getting in there. I would, like, on a Saturday night, I would get in at, like, I don't know, 1 p.m. and I would start to make donuts. And by the time I would get out and I would deliver them and all this, like, by the time I was done, it was like the next day at like 12. It was just ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Like, yeah, there was a time I did
because
like...
you work, everything have to be fresh. There's no room for error or like...
Yeah, I don't know. It's very difficult.
It's full on.
And I was still doing jammed catering. So I would get like whatever friend or like my girlfriends at the time would like help me at the event. Then I would come back, make the donuts overnight, and then like deliver them the next day. Because it was hard to get a delivery driver.
So all you were doing was working?
I probably did some serious damage of like those, I was thinking it was like 2 years. I was just working like non-stop and not sleeping. I was eating just like halal snack packs.
Yeah.
That's all I would eat. And
balanced diet. Balanced diet.
You know, so I was like really but I didn't feel it.
Yeah, because you were young.
Yeah, I had so much energy. Like I didn't feel any of it.
Did you love it?
Yeah, I was enjoying it.
That's good.
I did. Yeah, so I enjoyed it.
Because it felt like you were making something, right?
Yeah.
That's that entrepreneurship feel. You're like, wow, this is actually something's happening. I'm pushing it further. So at that time was like before your business partner left, was he like making the donuts and you were doing like leads?
Yeah, no, so he was basically making the donut. He was doing a lot of stuff in the kitchen and I was doing a lot of the event stuff with Jammed.
Yeah.
So just going around to different festivals, doing that side of things. And when he left, then I kind of just started doing it all. And but yeah, there was a time where I did like 3 days, like literally no sleeping. It was like 2 or 3 days no sleeping, and I just drank a coffee and like 12 oysters and like a jar of honey and like 3 days. It was just the weirdest.
Random.
Because
oysters, honey, and what's
Coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, and because if you eat too much, you like it slows you down a bit.
Yeah.
You get tired.
Yeah.
So how did you learn the hack? The honey, coffee, and
no, because I noticed if I was working and then I would
eat a HSP.
Yeah, dude, I would get slowed down.
Yes, I agree. It's real. It's literally real. Like,
yeah, but if I eat, yeah. But if I ate a little bit, then I could just keep going. And
wow.
But I don't do that anymore.
Life hack, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then you got the big client, you got a store.
Yeah, so from grinding like that, I built up some income.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, I'm gonna stop killing myself slowly. I'm gonna start to hire staff, start to do things properly, because I realized it was working.
Did you have anyone like that was mentoring you or giving you an advice, or someone that you could like just go back to and ask, or were you just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna figure it out?
Yeah, that's probably my biggest. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, like it probably would have made my life a whole lot easier having a mentor. But no, I didn't. I just, at the time, I was, listening to some podcasts, like Gary Vee or, like Grant Cardone, that kind of stuff would give me a bit of motivation.
Sure. Not direction, motivation, yeah.
Yeah. But it definitely would have been a lot easier having like a mentor.
Yeah.
Probably would have saved me.
Do you still not have like a coach or anyone to like kind of direct you right now?
Yeah, not really. No.
Yeah.
No. Like I will.
Have you ever tried it?
No.
Okay.
I've actually thought about it a lot recently, and I have thought about it. I think it's a really good.
You'll be surprised, man. It's pretty powerful. Like for someone to just kind of come in, step back, no like emotional connection to what you're doing, and have some experience. I think they'll have a lot of insight.
I think definitely never a waste of money.
Yeah, never
to just
a
have
waste of
another
money.
person kind of come in, and we've done it before
with the right person.
Oh, really?
As you had a coach before, it's pretty helpful.
Cool. So then,
you got the staff, you got the people together, and then
then I had a little bit of money, so I bought that I moved to another location, and then
this one was legit. The location, the next location.
No, this one still wasn't. No, this one was almost legit. Like it had all the credentials to be legit, and we got legit from this location. So what happened during this location was I was still grinding. Like I had started to get a little bit of staff, but I was still just grinding ridiculously. I didn't have enough staff, to be honest. And then from this location, I got I think COVID happened during this time, and we just got really busy. The business like maybe tripled or quadruples in sales during that time, and so that's when then things started to lift up a lot more. So from that location, we made it legit from the extra funds, and then I moved to another location. Like this is my location now, my final one in Mentone.
Okay.
And so from that, and then I opened this store, and so it was quite a painful, slow, long process, I would say.
So Levain was created 10 years ago, almost, or maybe.
Yeah, I think it was around. Yeah, it's probably around 10 years now.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe 9 years or something like that. Yeah.
Are you happy with where it is today?
Like I always want more, but to be honest, I am. Yeah, I'm happy that it's still kicking. Because it can be quite difficult to. This industry is very difficult. And the fact that we're still around is like. Yeah, pretty impressive. And I just look at like the yearly sales. I mean, COVID was a bit of an outlier. Like sales were just ridiculous, but yearly it's still kicking along, going a little bit better each year. So I guess we're doing something right. But yeah.
What would you say is the hardest thing about that business in particular? Is it the logistics or? No,
I'd say logistics is okay as long as you just got a good driver and a good team. Like at the moment, I'm lucky. I've got a good team, but I'll say the most difficult thing is just how the margin's tight. So it doesn't give you much like wiggle room. Like you have to really watch your roster. And that's kind of because you also want to have the best product, but like you can't have the best product if you don't have staff like working on it. So it's like this fine balance that's what I find difficult about it is the tight margin.
Yeah. Do you feel like if you kind of compare it to your like personal brand now, what do you think is like more interesting and profitable from a business perspective?
Yeah, no, my personal brand is like, my Donut Daddy thing is where I've really, like starting that was just for fun. And then, but now it's like, it's definitely more, I get a lot more fulfillment from it, from everything, like seeing the whole video finished, because I'm quite a creative person. So that thing kind of fulfills me a lot more doing that. And then also on top of that, just the opportunities it gives me also is a lot more fulfilling. The donut shop is really good as well, but it could be because I've been doing it for such a long time.
Yeah.
And, because it's been coming on like, I don't know, almost 10 years. So it's like, when you do something just that long in general, it's just like lose a little bit of its flavor.
You do, you do. You lose interest, especially like that you got something else going on. So it's like
new things are so exciting.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Yeah,
and
that's,
what's been like your favorite part of like those 10 years building your brand, like the Donut brand?
Like Levain.
Yeah, Levain.
Yeah, I'd say the best thing about probably building it would be, I just think it's like having staff and a nice, like having that kind of, because when you start to have staff, you guys would know, but you have to like, it's not just relying on you have to like better yourself for other people. And I feel like it's rewarding, but it's also more motivating for yourself. Like that also helps drive me a bit more, like, because if I don't do that, then like it's kind of easier.
They might lose their job, It's
and it's kind of easier for me to maybe like not put in all my effort if there's not someone else there that like kind of relying on me as much. So I would say having like a team is is like a good feeling, you know?
Yeah. And like, how did you like learn to make all these things you make on Donut Daddy? Like, it's pretty full on.
You make some elite shit.
Yeah. I've gotten a lot better. I've gotten a lot better like recently. Just over time.
Did you have to do anything to?
I just did like online courses or watch YouTube videos on it.
Okay.
But you slowly learn like there's different things that you can specialize in. You know, like so at the moment I'm pretty good at making, you know, like pastries and this kind of stuff. But when it comes to like savory food, like I'm not the best. But I'm getting better slowly at different things. But yeah, I would say, yeah, just watching a lot of YouTube videos, watching other chefs. I haven't done any like formal training, just, you know, taught myself from other people and stuff like that. Yeah. So
have you faced like any kind of backlash from the culinary world? I mean, like you're coming, like I would say that a lot of people would feel like, I don't know, pastry is their life, or like, you know what I mean? Like they take it very seriously. And you're coming in here and you're like, you're like fucking around with it. You know what I mean?
But he's also taking it pretty fucking seriously.
Your stuff is beautiful as well. But I know what you're saying. Yeah. There would be some haters, I assume, on that side.
Especially on the internet. We call them keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so, you know, yes. So there will be, there's kind of two types of people. There'll be like chefs that are like, they just love it because it's like everything they know, but they're seeing it in a new light. And then there will be like chefs that are like, oh, this is ridiculous, you know? Like they know there's an aspect of theater, but they actually believe that it's kind of real. I think they think that it's real. You know what I mean? Like they think that I do that every day or something. Like I go into my shop and do that, and they like I think they legitimately think that.
Yeah.
And
what kind of things do they say to you?
I think they say like there was one lady and she was like she made content too, but she just like didn't get many views, and and so she was hating on my content because it was getting engagement and views. And I think she was saying like, he's just, I can't even remember what she's saying, to be honest, because but I just remember she was really hating and like really commenting, like someone would comment saying, love what you're doing or whatever. And she would say,
reply.
Yeah, she would like start replying, you know?
And be like, this is trash. I can't believe you like this. Like, it's just doing views. Yeah.
But then she would like throw in a comment saying something like, oh, he's a talented piano player, but like, you know, he's just kind of joking around here. I don't even know. Like, there's a lot of...
Are you a talented piano player? Is this what you just...
Yeah.
You play piano?
Yeah, I play piano too, yeah.
Man, this guy's doing a lot of stuff.
How did you, like... I mean, it's all like, 3 years old, the Donut Daddy, like...
Yeah.
Right? Like, how did you navigate through, like... First of all, like, going viral? You got a lot of engagement and you know, you read the comments like fans and some people, you know, like how did you, and also it comes with a lot of backlash and negative comments and how did you navigate it? Like
I'm still learning how to navigate it, but yeah, it can be quite stressful. Like if you think about it, like I try not to think about it because like it can be quite stressful thinking about just the whole thing, really. So I try not to think too deeply about it, but navigating it, I just try and get better with my videos, get better with my content, make sure I'm still enjoying it, and trying to just get better literally every day with myself, my team, whatever. And just doing that, I think, kind of like all the whatever negative comments and stuff. And also I've kind of noticed if I do a really good video, it's like really good, like good hook, high quality, everything's perfect about the video that, you know, the best I can do, then there's more chance of it going viral, but with like less kind of hate comments. But yeah, there's always like, just random, like people being like, you know, freaking out about the content because it's, you know, it's a bit different. Edgy. Yeah, it's a little bit edgy, yeah.
What was I going to say? What was the moment that you knew you made it? Was there one video that was like, oh my God, this has got like 5 million views now? Or was it just like a gradual thing over time?
Yeah. So there was a video that got like around on Insta. It got around like 60 or 70 million views. It was like this. There's a bag of flowers, and I'm slapping it.
Wow.
And and then there was a lot of parodies. There was a lot of people doing it as well, and then they were going viral as well. And so, I mean, I would say at that moment I kind of realized that it was because it kind of made its own little meme thing. And
the trend, you set the trend.
Yeah, I kind of set the trend for that bag slap, and then with the dough, and that's when I was like, okay, this is kind of good. And then obviously there was news article. There was obviously a lot of news reporters that are like, oh, can we do like an interview with you? So, and then that also gives me more like like what is it? I don't know. Like
proof of concept? Or?
Yeah, just
good PR.
Yeah, just getting that kind of PR stuff. Builds credibility. And so, yeah, and then just like putting out more content. I guess because I'm putting like a high production content, and I guess it's different because like I watch a lot of videos online, and I noticed that a lot of chefs are just kind of like, there is a lot of people doing really high quality, engaging content, but there's also a lot of people just kind of putting like whatever up and just, and so, yeah, I'd say like doing that really kind of helped define what I like do and helped me grow, I guess.
And how did it like change your life?
The content?
Yeah, I mean, going viral and having like 1.8 million followers on Instagram, and like, how would that change someone's life? Because, a lot of people dream about this. Like, literally everyone wants to go, not everyone.
You do.
A lot of people, a lot of people want to go viral. It's like, if you can go viral and, you can build a following, you basically can build a really good career. You get partnerships. How do you feel about it? How did it play out in your life?
I think, I'm like, I always want more, like I'm always trying to strive for more. So like I'll get something like, past 1 million followers or whatever. And I'm excited and I enjoy it, but I'm always thinking like, what's next? But yeah, like I'm happy with how it is, I never planned to get big. Like all I wanted was like 30,000 followers. Like that was my goal when I started. I was like, oh, just give me 30 and I'll be content with that, I'm not trying to do this for business, just for like, my own self-fulfilling prophecy thing here. And then, but that video, because it went viral, it got me like over 100 or 200,000 followers. So then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just keep doing this and see what happens. And so, yeah, it was never like really planned, but the way it's changed my life, I'd say, it's opened up a lot more opportunities. And it's been good doing like brand deals because I can work with really big brands. So not only do I get to meet like a whole bunch of new people, but I get to work with these huge brands, which gives me insights on like how they kind of run things. And that's opened my eyes up as well. Like, because when I'm just running my business, I don't get to, I'll like, occasionally, meet other business owners, but not as often as I have now, and it's been, to be honest, really good. Like that's a
good way of looking at it. And I guess you were saying like you haven't really ever had a mentor or anything, so it's good to kind of just talk with people about how they run their own things and give insight into kind of like the stuff that you do. That's cool.
Where's your biggest fan base from?
I would say it kind of varies, like because I don't talk, right? So
no, you don't know.
When you don't talk in your videos, your content just goes everywhere. Yeah. And but I would say my biggest following, it's usually the US. But it can vary. Like on Facebook, there's a lot of I got a lot of Filipino followers and especially because I started making some Filipino dishes. Like Halo and Katakati. And yeah, so I started getting a lot of Filipino followers from that. And so I noticed that if I I can kind of tailor my content in a weird way. But yeah, US, there's Philippines, Indonesia, there's some UK, Australia, Brazil. Yeah, it's just kind of all over the place.
Are they mostly like male or female?
It's mostly females, yeah. So it's maybe 75% females.
Wow.
Yeah.
And on the topic of the females, what's going on? Like, so you're obviously this kind of internet sex symbol a little bit of the Donut Daddy, right?
Yeah.
How does that affect, your love life? Are there, because I'm sure that a lot of guys will be like, oh my God, man, like girls must throw themselves at this guy. Is that true? Like, do you get a lot of girls, like I'm sure a lot of women would message you being like, fucking have my kids. And shit like that.
Yeah.
So, like, how does that go? Like, is it true? Do you get a lot of messages from girls? Could you give us an insight on some crazy messages that you've got?
Yeah, so there is a lot of messages from girls. It really depends if I got a post going viral at the time, but yeah, there will be a lot of messages. Because my content is, on the sensual side. Oh. So a lot of the
it's sexual.
Yeah. So a lot of the messages and comments are on the that side of things. For instance, that they'll just send messages saying, "Fill my donut," or whatever it is. And so yeah, it can be. It's very interesting.
And what's the go with that? Like, if do you read them all? If they're if they're baddies, like if they're verified, like will you reply? Like what happens?
No, like I try to. Well, now that it's more of a business, you know what I mean. And I try to keep my pleasure and business separate, But yeah, I guess it just depends, I like to engage with my fans because first of all, it's fun. Like it's funny, the whole thing. I love my content and I love, making innuendos and jokes and stuff like that. So it's a very the communities are very they know it's over the top, but they also know it's it's very playful-ish, and so
it's for fun.
Yeah.
And
so that's kind of the vibe that they get, and they just kind of reciprocate that kind of thing.
Have you ever thought of how many followers do you have on
all platforms?
All platforms.
Yeah, so I think it's maybe 3.2 or something like that.
Sure. Have you ever thought of what 3.2 million actually looks like?
Yeah, it's
in
ridiculous.
Real life.
Yeah, I know.
It's the MCG is 100K.
I know. Yeah, it's
30 times the MCG.
Yeah. Well, it's strange because if I go out into the city or something in Melbourne and I'm wearing something I would wear in a video, then there might be maybe someone will come up, occasionally. But if I'm for some reason if I'm in another country, I was in Philippines, it was I don't know there was probably hundreds of people that came up to me. So
it's insane.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's very strange. So it's really
maybe it depends on their attitude or something as well. Maybe in Australia, a lot of people do recognize you, and they just don't want to run up to you because they're oh, we don't want to give him a big head.
Yeah, that's also.
He thinks he's so sexy. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I've been I've met people, and then they kind of thought that I'd done, they'd seen me or something like this, and then I'll show them what I do, and some people would it freaks some people out. They're what the they freak out about it. I was getting some therapies, some microneedling, and I showed them my profile, and they're freaking out, man. They wanted autographs and all this stuff, and it just made the experience uncomfortable because I was just trying to do something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, generally it's a good thing, Generally I'd say it's good. Yeah.
And what about your I don't know, your friends and family around? It's is it even a thing? It's that you have to worry about? I mean, because, like judgment is a thing in life,
Yeah.
and self-doubt and like, how did that play out?
Yeah, no, at the beginning, so my like business partner, he was like, he was saying, oh man, me and my family, we're going to sit down and we're going to tell you, you got to stop this, bro. He's like,
so that was at the very start.
That's
before you got any attention on it yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, before it started to
manifest.
Yeah. And so he's like, oh, we've got to stop you from doing this because, yeah, like it could have damaged my rep. But then it became a thing that it's like, no, it doesn't, But yeah, so no, at the beginning, I never really worried about that. Cause
I know, but you know, when you're like early stages and you don't have recognition yet, you I could imagine it's like, what the fuck am I doing? Did you ever feel like that, or where you're like, I'm just gonna go for it?
No, it never crossed, like I never hesitated. That's the one thing that I don't know why. Like there's other projects and other things that I've hesitated with, But like this one thing, the moment that I did it, I never hesitated once.
Did you know it's gonna work?
Nah, I didn't know it was gonna work. I just thought let's I never thought it was gonna work. Like you never thought it was gonna work.
It's like,
hold on, was that at the time of the show? Because I remember you had a girlfriend back then.
Which show?
The Good Food Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember you
that
said
was
I
her.
have a girlfriend.
She was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
She would freak out about my content, and then I was like, had a conversation. I'm like, this is something that I'm like really passionate about, and it works, and you want me to stop that for what, really? But I was young as well. I made bad choices with just bad choices in general. And so I wasn't always the best person, I wasn't always the best at it being a relationship.
You're the best part.
Yeah. I always not being good with it,
Right.
And so.
Why would you say that is? Because like you're too focused on work, or?
I would say it's multiple things, but I think it comes from like my upbringing as well. And so yeah, like I was very not good in being in a relationship. And it's still really hard for me. Like it's something I really struggle with. But yeah, no, I think so I would post and she hated it. She would freak out. And
so we're talking about his ex, just for some
context.
And and so it was really tough. It was like mentally really stressful. And so I basically had to end the relationship, and then and so that's when
you ended the relationship with Donut Daddy.
Well, not really. It was for other reasons.
Hook.
Yeah. No, it was for other reasons. Like I don't think we were really compatible, and I have too many mental struggles to stay
committed.
Yeah. It was too difficult for me. And it's not that she was fine. She was perfect. It's just that that combined with her kind of not liking what I was doing with my content, which is kind of important, especially if I'm spending like 5 or 6 days on that thing. So it was a very difficult time. So yeah, after that, then So
back to we were talking about the friends and family.
I'm talking about the tips for entrepreneur for the
friends and family.
Oh yeah.
And you mentioned that your business partner wanted to tell you that this is not right, and anything else from like parents, like siblings, friends, best friends? How did that play out?
I would say when I started doing the content from the beginning, I didn't really care what anyone thought. Like I never thought about it, but my family was actually quite encouraging. Like they would always, my family's very alternative, like everything, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs in there, and my family's really very alternative. So me doing this, actually, they're completely fine with it. No, I never heard anything bad about it. The only thing I think when I started, because I was doing the content, it was just like, obviously, my girlfriend at the time, she was like, this is a big no-no. So that was one person. And then I think like my close friends, because they weren't doing content. So I think they were kind of like, I didn't have as much time to see them. But then they started to see that it did well. So they started like getting totally on board with it. Yeah.
Beautiful. What's the worst thing someone said to you about your content?
I would say no. I think there's always random like kids commenting, freaking out.
I get the internet comments, but like
in person?
IRL.
I don't think I haven't actually heard anything bad in person.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, he would say it to your face. People behind the keyboard.
Maybe a friend. Like, it doesn't have to be like, oh, what are you doing? More like, it could be sometimes like laid down in a message. Do you know what I mean? And you feel like, fuck, maybe they're right. Maybe, like.
Nah, like I actually haven't. That's the thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you think,
I wish I would get some feedback. Then I could know where to improve it.
Yeah. Do you think the people that like, your community, your friends, not the internet, like, do you think they went too surprised that you were doing it? Was that like a part of your character, like the playful, cheeky Anthony, or was it actually like something different for you?
It was, doing that content is something different because it's like, because I used to see that kind of content. I could never imagine doing it when I would see that content. I'm like, oh, who's doing that, man? It's giving me the ick. But no, like now that I'm doing it and I'm like fully invested in it, it's just like it's. What was the question?
It's like where you like. Was it surprising for those people around you that you were doing that content?
We're saying, like, did you have that kind of like spirit inside of you to be like playful, cheeky, and fun? Is that your personality?
Yeah.
Like, or is it like something you had to teach yourself completely brand new?
Like, you're at a party, would you go and talk to girls and like do those kind of things? Or
I go through seasons of like, I don't know, like I go through seasons with my personality. Like, I don't know about like, but growing up, I was like actually really introverted. So like in my early teens, I was super introverted, and then I started getting into clubbing, and then I actually started becoming a bit of a class clown, and then started becoming like really. So there's like I have kind of I don't know about two personalities, but my personality is kind of split into. I have different aspects of me, like and so there's a part of me that's like really creative and quiet, but then there's also a part of me that's like really out there and would just like kind of talk to anyone or whatever. And it kind of depends like what season I'm in my life,
I love that.
Yeah. And so for me, I've gone through that going clubbing and like talking to everyone, whatever. And then I've also just been like super introverted and but there is aspects of my life that it aligns with perfectly, because I came up with the Donut Daddy name because I was really just joking around, having fun,
being
that
cheeky,
kind of being cheeky and stuff like that. And so I guess that's kind of where it started,
Cool. Now I'd like to actually just get in a little bit into the process of making what you make. You have a lot of cool ideas, but like as you said, you mentioned before, it's like a theater. Like you're putting on a show. You literally are. Like, tell me about it.
So with each video, it all starts with like a recipe first, unless there's like a song or an idea that is inspired me to make a video. But usually it would be like, okay, what's the recipe? What's the main ingredient of this recipe? So maybe it's a fruit, maybe it's an idea, like I want the video to, to kind of have this feel, or maybe it's just straight up the dessert. Like I want to make the dessert and I want it to look this way. So let's just try and make the video, show that. But so it's like first like the main concept, and then I will, and so I'd say the hardest part's kind of getting the idea for the dessert and the concept together. And then once I have that, I'll basically then start planning out the whole recipe, So I'll get the whole recipe printed out, and then we go and get all the ingredients. So we'll get all these ingredients, and then we really work hard and diligently for the opening scene, to be really catching and
the hook.
Yeah, because it kind of sets the theme for the whole video, And
you plan that before, or do you like work on the day? You kind of
we sometimes I'll have it already in my head, like this is the opening scene, but most of the time I'll have a vague idea, and we'll do that and film it. And if I'm not really satisfied with it, we'll try some other things. But more recently, I've started, because I struggle to make decisions sometimes with my content or whatever. And so I'll spend a lot of time thinking about like what this open scene, like I'll spend like hours thinking about, okay, this freaking open scene, and I'll just be so neurotic about it. But then sometimes it saves us a lot of time if we just film everything I'm thinking. It will actually be quicker. Just film everything I'm thinking, like rough film, put it on the camera, clip it up a little bit and look at it. Okay, how does it look? And that might actually be quicker than just trying to plan it out, which is really annoying.
Did you ever fuck up any videos? Like halfway through you fucked the cake, or like not literally, but like you
No, yes.
Halfway through, fuck the cake.
Oh man. No, so yeah, with that, I have I fucked up some recipes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I've messed up some recipes. They it really slows you down.
It does.
It slows you down, yeah. So like if you're doing a recipe and it's not working the way you want, it's not looking the way I want it to look, then we basically lose a whole, I don't know, like a day or something.
How much time you reckon it takes you to make one of these?
A video
between like pre-production, production, post-production.
Yeah. Also the whole thing from starting to finish to posting.
Yeah.
I would say it probably takes on average like maybe 3 days, 3 or 4 days.
Wow.
Yeah, for like a
holy shit.
It's like a 40
I did not expect that.
No, it's because I am very particular about every part. Some videos come out really quick. I can get them in a day and literally edit it and post it like the next day, right?
Do you ever get to the final video and you'll be like, fuck this, I don't want to post it?
Not usually, not because I spend so much time on it, but there have been other bits of content where I've done that with. Like I've filmed something and I'm like, and I didn't want to post it. Yeah, there has, but it wasn't like my traditional style. It was like I was trying something else. But then when I posted it, it got like millions of views anyway. So I've started becoming a little bit more lenient.
What's the one advice you would give someone just starting to make content? Yeah,
I would say that they got to start like as soon as possible, and they should they don't have to go all in straight away, but if they notice something's working and they're getting views and they shouldn't hesitate. They should lean into it much more than they probably think they should, Plus there's, AI and there's ChatGPT, and you can just be like, is what I'm doing like working, and get some advice from that aspect of things. But yeah, no, I suggest people just start like as soon as like possible. Yeah.
I think with anything, it's like there's a lot of good ideas.
Yeah.
But it's about kind of sticking with being consistent is probably the hardest thing I reckon about starting something new.
Yeah.
Consistency, right?
Yeah. Well, because I know like a lot of people are like, a lot of people ask me, how do you post, how do you post that much, or how do I be consistent and stuff like that? And I just say, you just do you just stick to something, even if it's once a week or once a month or whatever. As long as you stick to that, you will grow. But you just have to stick to that. And also, I think you got to be good at like what you do. You know, you got to be good at your craft. I think that like if my videos, let's assume that my desserts weren't good, you know, it would be missing such a major aspect. Or like let's say the desserts were good, but the video is not good. Like it's missing that aspect, and that's where I think with content you got to get good at it, but you also you got to get good at the whole thing, like whatever it is your craft is, plus the videography, plus the
editing,
the editing,
because you got hard on like the sound effects and
you got to
everything, the detail.
So I think that you got to be, and it's so much more competitive now. You know, like when I started, there was like there was like a few chefs online, and now there's like hundreds of them, you know.
There's some guys that are doing literally exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, I know.
They're going sexy on it.
Who's your favorite creator on the internet?
My favorite creator at the moment, or like in general? That's a tough one. I like the kind of all the other kind of chefs that are doing what I'm kind of doing, but there's heaps of them. Like there's it's a tough question actually. I've been seeing a lot of Ashton Hall.
Oh, yeah, the routine guy,
yeah. I've been seeing a lot of him on my feed.
You've done one of these, haven't you?
I kind of did a little thing. Yeah, it kind of performed well. I think he's onto something with that lifestyle ASMR thing.
The trend, yeah.
But yeah, look, I would say that I just go through stages of just like watching different people. But
do you ever get bored
of like content?
Yeah,
like watching other people's.
No, making it like.
Sometimes, but it's not so bored. It's more like I'll get exhausted
and
like
burnt out a bit.
Yeah, burnt out. Yeah, so I know I need to start it. I know I've actually like I'll have the whole video planned out, and it's just like I just got to start. Once I start the video, it's okay. But sometimes I'll procrastinate that, and if I'm procrastinating, I crash out, man. Like that's probably the thing that slows me down the most.
How many times do you post, like, roughly?
At the moment, I switched it up to like twice a week, like in the last few weeks or months, but I usually can really only do once a week. Like, physically, mentally, and it's like
it's
it
fair
really
enough,
takes
man.
it out of me. Yeah.
If you like obviously, you said 3-4 days. That's like someone's full time. Like
I know
you do put a lot
ridiculous.
of effort. Like honestly, you look at your videos. I can tell from a technical perspective, you put a lot of details in it. Like every single shot.
Yeah.
Like the lighting, the actual recipe, like it's a lot of work. So
all the shots are perfect. You did a really good job on them. And it's crazy to think, because me and we were thinking like, oh, this guy's got like a whole team of like a bunch of people there, like shooting, a producer, like all these people to do it. But
well,
now
I need that technically.
But now it's like it's you're the one that's actually kind of putting the finishing touches on it. Yeah. That's very time consuming.
Yeah, it is, and that's I think that's why it's very difficult, because I have a very particular way I want to do things. But I mean, I think slowly I will get there in building my team up. Like at the moment, we've got a few people helping, which is good. But
what are the helpers? Just so we know. Like, what do they help you do? Yeah,
so so it'll be like cleaning, video, lighting, getting groceries. But like each shot that I want, I'll have to check over.
Do you write a shot list?
We do.
Yeah.
But most of the time, we don't really stick to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everything on the day is a little bit like different.
Yeah, everything's a bit different. Yeah, that's right.
The light, the colors, the angle might be better here.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't like being too restricted, like with the shot list. I mean, it's good. It's really good as a foundation, to have like a shot list. But sometimes I'll write out a full shot list and just not use it. And it's like I just wasted all that time writing it.
Do you think like your approach to content with all like the sexy content is like kind of, what's the word, like limiting you from certain brands? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some brands might be like, oh, maybe that's a little bit too much for us. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, so I thought about that more recent, and so what I did was I actually there was a time where I kind of like toned my content down a little bit, and
Nathan mentioned that to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He spotted it.
Yeah, there was a time where I was actually, kind of toning it down. It was still going viral. There's no there's no issue with it if you got good quality content. The thing is I and then more recently I was like, you know what, let me just go crazy again. And then I just started going more crazy, and then I think but then I noticed I started getting brand deals with big companies. And then I'm like, okay.
When you were going crazy again?
No, they don't. I just so I just got so I did one for Sephora, and that's an international brand, and they don't care at all.
They don't care. Yeah.
And then I was noticing some other creators that are doing a lot more crazy stuff than me, getting some pretty big deals, and then I kind of realized that as long as you're not banned on the platforms and you don't have an OnlyFans and your content is very like artistic and tasteful, I feel like you can pretty much do whatever you want as long as you got views. That's the.
If you got the clout, you got the social proof, you got the millions of followers, you got the millions of views. It's not like there's going to be a lot of brands that align with you. Although you couldn't deny it and say that there's some brands that wouldn't align with you, but I'm sure that there's a lot of people that some brands just wouldn't align with them anyway for a various other bunch of reasons. You know what I mean? And I guess it's maybe more fulfilling for you to kind of just be yourself and keep on doing the thing that you enjoy, and then kind of make money that way. You know what I mean? Instead of kind of trying to put yourself fit into a box for other people.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. Because it's it's a fine balance, and you want to get more brand deals, but then I just noticed that it doesn't. They keep coming in regardless, even if I tone it down or not. And at the end of the day, they all want to know, how much views you get. They all want to know how many views you're getting.
Of course.
And
so that happens. Like if you get approached by a big brand, they ask for your analytics.
Yeah, they want to know your analytics. They want to know where your audience is. I mean, not all brands. Some brands are big fans of you already. Like I've had a lot of brands that have come to me and they're already big fans of me.
Yeah.
They don't need any more. They don't need any more proof. Yeah.
Do you find these a little bit more fun to work with?
Honestly, I like working with all the brands. I think they can be stressful, but it makes me and my team get our skills, upgrade our skills so much quicker.
You feel challenged.
Yeah.
What about your favorite partnership? What's been the best experience you had?
So I'm writing a book at the moment. I'd say it's very hard writing the book.
Tell us about the book.
Yeah, tell us about the book.
Yeah, so the book's well, it hasn't been released yet, but it'll be released next year. So it's like my style, sexy pastries. And it's just like 69 recipes, and
he said it with a straight face. I respect the hell out of that.
And it's gonna be good, man. Like I think it looks really good.
Yeah,
the book looks good,
and that's something that you're very particular about, the look of it.
Yeah, like it looks awesome. Desserts are good, so I think it's gonna do well. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
That's exciting, and you're gonna release it as a physical book, obviously.
Yeah,
and then it's just like it's all desserts, mainly donuts or just whatever.
There's a lot of donuts in there.
Yeah.
But there's also some like fancy desserts and some kind of like Netflix and chill type desserts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a cool book.
For sexy.
Yeah.
I get it.
Where do you see Donut Daddy in like 20 years?
20 years. I think about that, like, if I have kids or whatever, and they're like,
that's the question I was gonna ask you.
I didn't want to ask that. I thought I'll just drop 20 years.
Dude, I do not know, like, because I've just taken it so, like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, it's one step at a time, but to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it can be its own, it's got enough, flavor in it to be its own standalone thing. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be. It's kind of like, it's kind of a good brand.
It's a good brand because I think like you could be the donut daddy, but then when you have kids, you could be like the donut daddy, and then it's like more of like a lifestyle with your kids, but you don't do the sexy stuff.
Yes.
But you do more like vlogging stuff.
With
your like whoever you're having your kids with and your child and like that whole thing, and I'm sure that would get a lot of views too.
Make it more like funny or whatever.
But you could still be hot. You could still like work out and like be sexy on it. You know what I mean?
True. That's a good point. That's actually a really good point.
I think we'll do really well on social media, that kind of content.
Yeah. No, it's true. I think, I don't know. It's because I see a lot of creators and sometimes they, you know, like they'll have their peak, you know what I mean? And then they kind of just like, they just don't maintain it or they don't evolve. I don't know what it is. Something happens with some creators where it doesn't keep going up, you know? And so that's what I don't really know. I can't really envision that, you know. I'm not sure yet, but I know that right now that I'm investing a lot of time and effort and to build the team up. So then,
Look, man, I think if you get like over 10 million followers, it's not going to be an issue for you if in like 10, 15 years you wanted to change the tune of Donut Daddy to something different, like if you had a family or something, you know what I mean? Because maybe like all the girls that want to bang you like kind of like don't follow you as much, but then you could get like a new stream of followers coming in, but just like the clout that you have would still allow you to get brand deals, make money and stuff. So
what's next for you? We know the book. What's next?
Just really trying to focus on the team and getting that side of things better, because I've just been for a long time me doing a lot of it. So that's kind of like the thing that I'm thinking about actively, better production. And I guess after that book, at the moment there's a lot of brands want to work together. So it's whether or not I focus my attention on working with those brands or releasing something myself, you know? So it's kind of like a decision about, do I just keep going down that route of doing stuff with brands, or do I go and kind of like make my own thing?
True, because we're sleeping on like Donut Daddy merch.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Your own cookbooks.
Yeah.
Heaps of stuff. Yeah, true.
So I kind of got to think about that. But yeah, that's, I guess, I mean, it's not there'll probably be, I've had opportunities like, you know, making stuff with brands, you know, like specific to me. And I guess that's also good too. But I've heard some other creators say that it's best to
sell your product.
Well, yeah, some also say try to get sell someone else's product, but just try to get percentage ownership, as long as you like have some kind of contract where you promote that thing regularly, or have it somewhere so people can see it in plain sight. So I've heard people say that. I think
that's where a coach could be in handy, huh?
Probably
someone that have some sort of like experience, or do you think the creator economy is a thing in Australia, or do you think it's got a lot of space to grow?
I think it's got a lot of space to grow
compared to like the States, or
the States is just like booming, man. You know, like the creator space here, it is good. Like there is some good creators, but they're very far and near.
But there's few.
Yeah.
It's fair enough though, because like the big companies, they're not here; they're overseas.
Yeah.
Would you move? Sorry.
I've actually thought about it, and I guess if it wasn't for my shop and my truck here, I probably would move, in all honesty.
Where would you move to?
I would actually probably go to somewhere where because I got a lot of Indonesian following, and the climate's good. It's not, it's like kind of hot weather.
And sweaty will suit the vibe, right?
Yeah, and there's lots of tropical fruits, and which fruit's a big aspect. And then and also there, like, I feel like there's a lot of creators as well. There's so many creators.
Correct.
I really like the idea of moving to a place like that, but like Indonesia or Thailand. But I guess there is more opportunity. I do get a lot of my brand deals in America, like a lot of American companies. So that's probably the smarter move. But then obviously cost of living's higher. So like if I was a content creator in, Southeast Asia,
you'll save a lot more money.
You can get a bigger team and you can save money at the same time. And that's why
a bigger team would be so nice.
The bigger team is actually hard.
Indonesia. But I guess like if you go to the States, higher cost of living, but you could make more money because you got easier for you to do brand partnerships. Go somewhere like Texas or something. Like there's a lot of creators there. Yeah,
exactly. There's heaps, and there's more creators to collaborate with there too. So, it'd be one of the two if I was to move. Yeah.
We've got a few rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
To wrap this up with.
Yeah.
To start, sweet or salty?
It really depends, but I think like sweet instinctively, Yeah.
It's on brand.
Yeah, and I just got
it
sweet
would have been a shock if he said salty.
Depends.
And when he came in with it, I was like, "Is he gonna say salty?"
The fans would be waiting for the unfollow button. So.
Yeah, no, it's like, I'm a bit of a like sugar addict. Yeah.
Most overrated dessert.
Don't know.
Most overrated dessert. Like people talk about it too much. Maybe like a creme brulee or something.
Okay.
It's just
I reckon croissants.
Oh, okay.
Croissant.
But they're really hard to make.
They are hard to make, but fuck, man.
But they're everywhere.
I've heard enough about croissants. Okay.
I don't know if croissant is like dessert.
I think it's a dessert.
You can have like salty croissant. Okay. Cheese croissant.
I guess so. It's kind of in between, really. I don't know. Croissants are hard to make though, but there's so many in Melbourne.
Everything's a croissant now. They just make everything into a croissant. Like everything is croissant.
There's too many here, and everyone delivers them, and so it's saturated us here. Yeah.
What happened to the cakes after you cook them?
Oh, the cakes.
You bake them.
Yeah. So usually, like, so there'll be some of my team will have some, and like I eat one, test it, and for the camera, and just like friends, family, whatever. As long as I haven't molested the ingredients too much. Yeah, but no, usually or we'll freeze it, like cut it up, freeze it, and so then we can share it in the future or something. So we try not to waste anything, yeah.
Cool, man. Baking shirtless, always, sometimes, or only for camera?
It's actually easier when you're at home, like not having a shirt, because your shirt gets messed up.
Gets messy.
Especially with baking, like just in cooking in general.
And it gets hot in the kitchen. I actually always bake shirt. I cook stuff shirtless all the time.
No, it's
also when you cook shirtless, like it's like there's no protection sometimes.
Yeah, if you're doing bacon or something.
Or if you're like frying with oil.
Yeah.
And you're like just jumping around.
Sometimes that's the thrill as well.
Yeah.
That's where the excitement comes in. Yeah. I think it's easy with no shirt.
Easier, okay.
Yeah.
What's one thing people would be surprised to know about you?
I think that I have like a pretty sensitive side, when it comes to like music and piano. I've got quite a sensitive side, and I think they might see me doing some like crazy video, but I guess I'm can be quite vulnerable at times. Yeah.
Beautiful. One thing you hate about social media?
Oh, yeah, I guess comparison, comparison is probably the worst thing about it, because you could be doing really well, but there's always going to be someone kind of doing better or more views or whatever it may be. Better editing, better video. So that's probably the thing I don't like about it. Like I like everything else about it, but if I'm in that mindset where I'm like comparing myself, I would say it's like the worst thing ever.
How do you spot yourself?
I'll actively be thinking about it, and then like snap myself out of it, and then
you've learned that throughout life.
Yeah, I think it's it always slows you down because if you're thinking about that, it's just taking you away from doing the thing that you're good at anyway.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Yeah,
kills the motivation sometimes.
Yeah.
How many messages do you get a day from people wanting to date you?
The girlfriend applications. Yeah, I'd say I get like just in general wanting to actually date. I mean, look, there's a whole lot of messages. I'd say on average per day there's probably like maybe, I don't know, 50 or 100 messages, and them actually wanting to, I don't know, a lot of people just say like, love your dessert or whatever, fill my donut with some cream, something just completely random. But there will be the
go.
There will be the occasional like girlfriend application.
Yeah,
like
for real.
Yo, I don't think they're joking, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Do people ever like re-cook your recipes? Like, is that the purpose of it? Like, is the purpose of it is to like teach, or is the purpose of it is like to entertain?
Yeah, the purpose is, well, originally I never used to give the recipe. Now I give the recipe in the subscribers, but they don't. I don't know if they don't. I don't think anyone. I don't know if anyone uses it.
No, I never cook it. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't tell. But people have messaged me saying I'm trying to make your thing and this and that.
Okay.
So they could.
But you would say it's mostly entertaining. You do it.
I think
entertainment.
Yeah, I think 99% of them watch film. There is a few I think that get some ideas and actually will use the recipe and then will message me if they need help with the recipe. But it's also hard to like see those messages because there's heaps of other ones. So yeah,
Nice.
But I think once the cookbook comes out, they will, maybe I'll see more people actually making the recipes.
Doing it,
yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, and you'll probably have the book a little bit like less like.
Yeah.
The recipe's a little bit like
more user friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you ever open a restaurant?
If I didn't have like all my other businesses, potentially like a patisserie shop, like really artisanal patisseries. Potentially.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I didn't have my shop and that, and I would definitely think about it.
What's your favorite restaurant in Melbourne?
I actually went to this steakhouse. I think it's called Victor Churchill.
Oh yeah.
Have you been there?
No, I've heard of it.
It was really good.
Is it in like Paran or something around?
Yeah, it's around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't eat out a whole lot, to be honest.
Okay.
But, yeah, that was a restaurant I went to recently that was pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Last question.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy question.
Okay, yeah.
If time and place and existence wasn't a thing, who would you like to collaborate? Dead, alive, chef, music, sport, anything.
Collaborate with, huh?
Yeah.
That's a tough call, man. I don't know. It's like, because I never think about like the biggest, who's the best, the top. But no, I'd say like maybe Gordon Ramsay. In with what I'm doing, I think it would be funny.
Yeah, it would be funny.
Yeah.
I think it could be interesting. Either that or like, yeah. But I mean, what I do is very kind of different from some of these people.
But it can be like, this question can be like literally just like your favorite person, maybe from history that's a creator.
Beethoven.
It could be like, Beethoven. It could be like Nike. It could be like LeBron James. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Beethoven. Actually, no. I used to love Beethoven growing up when I was playing piano a lot. Yeah, look, I don't know, man. Like, that's a tough question.
Gordon Ramsay's a good answer.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay's a good answer.
I can see you with Gordon Ramsay.
He's really good.
Slamming stuff.
And he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's what I mean. I think
and you're good. Like, I'm just making pastry.
No, so I think that would be good, but yeah, I never really, but I do get a lot of it's a lot of OnlyFans girls want to collaborate with me.
Gee whiz.
That's the most people that reach out to me for collaborations.
Wow. That's hectic.
I don't know if that's a good thing, or...
And you obviously say no. You're not doing OnlyFans, yeah.
No, yeah, that's the thing. I don't.
Yeah.
But
would you?
I mean, I met this this guy, and he's runs like an agency for girls, and he was kind of showing me the figures, and the figures looked like pretty impressive, like huge, and but he said he's never really worked with a guy. But he said, "Oh, I'd be happy to help you and get you started, but I'm probably not at. If I was to ever do it, I don't know if I would, but I would probably I'd probably be like washed up, you know, like if I'm like washed up, and then it's like, okay, now let's do it, you know, capitalize.
Yeah.
But that's also what some people say. Not that OnlyFans is bad; it's not bad, but like for me, and because I'm getting other opportunities, it'd probably be like, I don't know, opportunities ever run out, then do that and capitalize or whatever. But no, they make some like big money.
I think you should just keep it clean, give the money for a bit, just see how you go.
Exactly. So yeah, I don't think yeah.
Well, Anthony, the Donut Daddy, that was really very much like, it was really a lot of fun. You're a very interesting person, and it was really nice to chat to you and learn from you. I think what you do is really like valuable, and you know, like you're 32 and you're building your dream life, and you know, I respect that, and thanks for coming and sharing your story.
Same, yeah, definitely like really like surprised about like who the type of person you are, and like just to learn about all this kind of stuff that you do. It didn't go the way that I thought it would, but in a really good way. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you guys. All right.
That was